Boom. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 258 of the Get Shit Done Show. It's 10:53 p.m. on Monday, September 15th, 2025. And the topic of the evening is resistance, everybody. The topic is resistance. I had a really amazing conversation today with a good friend turned student, and he's had some major breakthroughs in the last few months in his entrepreneurial career. And we got to talking about what had changed. We got to talk about what, because he's been working on it for years, working on trying to make it as a internet entrepreneur in a wide variety of ways for quite a few years, and he hadn't made it. He hadn't really had a breakthrough. He had hit and miss success, and finally he did something really, really, really cool that's working, and it's in alignment with him and who he is as a human being. It's causing people to buy his stuff. He's operating in a very authentic zone. He doesn't have a hard time coming up with content, doesn't have a hard time creating new products. Traffic is flowing organically and naturally, and people are buying things. So this is a very exciting time for him. Very proud of him. He's a secret for now. At some point, maybe we'll get him on here and do a big reveal. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep his. I'm going to hold on to his privacy here and not reveal any of his secrets. However, what I will say, there's one secret I will reveal, and I said, man, what changed? What really made the biggest difference for you? I know you've been working at this for a long time. And he said, one of the biggest things that I did is I started looking at the stuff I was resisting. I started looking at the stuff that I was avoiding, procrastinating on. I started looking at the open loops with people that I had left unresolved. And I started dealing with them. I started addressing the things where I noticed avoidance, where I noticed procrastination, where I noticed resistance. And I started to use that as my guiding light to move toward the things, to lean into the things that I have the most resistance to. And this is a core principle to what I teach in so many of my hypnosis programs and entrepreneurial programs. And I was so thrilled to hear the shift that happened as he started leaning into the resistance, leaning into the avoidance, and doing the things where he was avoiding the hardest that he was able to perceive. And it just opened an entire world. So, guys, I must admit, I was celebrating my son's birthday, which is tomorrow. I was celebrating my son's birthday with him tonight. And I have had resistance to doing the Get Shit Done show today. That's why I'm doing it at 11 o'clock p.m. So my encouragement to you is, as an entrepreneur, as an individual, I really would recommend that you start doing the things that you are most resistant to, right? Lean into it. As an entrepreneur, what's holding you back? It's you're not doing the things that you could be doing in order to grow. The problem with the resistance is you can only be aware of so many things that you're actually being resistant to, because the majority of things you're not even aware you're avoiding. Your subconscious mind is giving you such a degree of brain fog, is putting blinders on so much that you have no awareness of what you're even avoiding. So the first step is to start tackling the things you have the greatest resistance to, that you know full well you have resistance to, you're procrastinating on, avoiding them, scheduling him in on your calendar. If you need to, schedule him in to do them with someone else so you have some accountability. My name's Tellman. This is episode 258 of the Get Shit Done show. Tonight's episode is going to be super short. It's an inspirational idea, inspirational concept on resistance. If you're experiencing procrastination, if you're experiencing a plateau in your life, if you're not making the progress that you want to make, then I would strongly recommend that you simply lean into that which you don't like the most and do that first thing in the morning. Go after it with everything you've got and report back in the comments below on how that's working. you're going to notice you're going to just open up entire new worlds for yourself if you start leaning into this. If you like today's episode, then please like it on whatever platform you're watching on. Also, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube, follow me on LinkedIn, whatever channel you're watching this on. And if you want more Get Shit Done, please, if you want to get more shit done, go to getshitdone.com, join our productivity community, and I will give you the entire full-length Get Shit Done hypnosis session to train your brain to get shit done. This is Tellman Knudsen. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Over and out. Bye-bye.